prepared in the unlikely event that Ebola is discovered in Massachusetts. He says the state's healthcare system has been gearing up just in case. Patrick says federal health officials have already certified the state's public health lab to conduct diagnostic tests in cases where Ebola may be suspected. During a recent radio interview, Patrick told people to calm down. He says Ebola is extremely hard to catch. Get this, he said Ebola is spread very similar to the way AIDS is spread. However, I must say I don't think I've ever seen someone treating an AIDS patient while wearing a hazmat suit. Looking for a raise? Not so fast. That's the message from Boston's mayor to city council. So much for a 2/3 majority, I guess. Hours after the Boston city councilors voted to give themselves a $20,000 a year raise, a city lawyer says the mayor still has all the power he has to veto.
Hello and welcome to another edition of your Human Service News and Information. I'm Hassan Rashid and I'll be with you for approximately 25 more minutes. It's excellent being here with you, and it's such a great achievement to come into your lives like we do here weekly at CCTV. Okay, the Governor Patrick had a little speech the other day, that's the 14th, on Ebola, and he's ensured of the residents of Massachusetts that the government has covered all its bases in preparation to prevent the spread of Ebola. So we're going to get back to some more information about the governor's speech and some of the details in his speech. Okay, once again, I'm Hassan Rashid, and this is your Human Service News and Information. Okay, let's before we start, before we get into the contents of our Human Service News and Information, I'd like to remind you of some of the things that's happening right here around Cambridge. It's mid-October now, and you have until most places until mid-November to participate in the Cambridge Farmers Market program. One every day of the week. That's Cambridge Farmers Markets. Fresh produce is still available in the marketplace in the city here, so you don't have to go out to the country. You can get fresh fruit and vegetables, in season fresh fruit and vegetables at the following Cambridge Farmers Markets. That's Harvard Square on Sunday. That's Charles Square Farmers Market, Charles Hotel Courtyard, 1 Bennett Street. Monday, right here at Central Square. Bishop Allen Drive at Norfolk. That's Central Square Farmers Market. And they're there Monday from noon to 6 p.m. Tuesday, Agassiz. That's Harvard University's Farmers Market. Science Center. They're back at Harvard Square. That's Harvard University Farmers Market on Tuesday, Agassiz, noon to 6 p.m. And they're going to be there every Tuesday from noon to 6 p.m. until October 28th. So this Harvard University Farmers Market closes down after October 28th. So they accept EBT, which is SNAP accepted. Okay. Kendall Square Wednesdays, that's today. They're there until 6 p.m. You can probably go down to Kendall Square, Main Street near Kendall Square right now, and pick up on fresh fruit and vegetables and other things that they have. That's Cambridge Center Farmers Market, Main Street near Kendall, MIT, MBTA station, and they're going to shut it down October 29th. So. And also Thursday, Kendall Square. They're back at Kendall Square Farmers Market on Thursdays, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. open, June 5th, October 9th. That's Charles Square Farmers Market Friday. They're back at Harvard Square, Charles Hotel Courtyard, 1 Bennett Street, noon to 6. And this farmers market, particular farmers market, will be available every Friday until November 21st. That's the Charles Square Farmers Market. So there's these. They'll be there until November 23rd, Sunday. Okay, it's the last day that you'll be able to pick up fresh fruit and vegetables, etc., etc. Okay, and finally Saturday it's Cambridgeport Farmers Market, Moore School parking lot, Magazine Street, Memorial Drive. 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. every Saturday until October 25th, okay? I remind you though, before we move along, that there's only 5 more days left before one can go out and vote for its candidate of your choice. So if you're still unregistered, I advise you to get on over to 51 Inman Street and get registered so that you can make the difference in this upcoming election. 25 more days left, okay? That's Revelation of Grace Conference, October 25th. CCTV's own Dr. John Lackey presents Be Careful What You Think Of. That's his Grace Conference. Is held every other last Saturday of the month. October 25th, this Saturday, not this coming Saturday, but the next after that. So they're at 628 Somerville Avenue, Somerville, Massachusetts, 02143. And so you can bring a friend, join John, Dr. John, as you hear what God's Word says about this important topic. That's the title of this event this time around. Be careful what you think of. Okay, so there's free interest and a light meal. So if you like additional information, you can call 206-777-5885. That's 206-777-5885. LackeyMusic@AOL.com or YouTube.com/Dr. John Lackey, or you can check his website out. That's the Christian Faith Ministries for All Nations presents. Okay, their website is www.cfmfan.org, facebook.com/cfmforall nations. That's a Revelation of Grace Conference coming out Saturday, October 25th, 2014. And theme is Be Careful What You Think Of. That's 628 Somerville Avenue, Somerville, Mass. 02143. So make it a plan, make it in your plans to join Dr. John Lackey for his upcoming Revelation of Grace Conference, Saturday, October 25th. That's about a week after next. So you'll probably be hearing more about that one here at CCTV in the days to come. Okay, October 25th, the Cambridge Tenant Town Hall meeting with City Councilor E. Denise Simmons. That's Tuesday, October 21st, 2014, 5:38 p.m. That's Cambridge Senior Center, 806 Massachusetts Avenue. This meeting is a chance for tenants of Cambridge to discuss their experiences, learn about their rights and responsibilities, learn more about the state of affordable housing in Cambridge, and make their voices heard on issues that impact tenant units across the city. So it's a very important meeting, and a number of topics that will pertain to low-income renters. So you make sure you get on out to attend this one. That's the Cambridge Tenant Town Hall meeting with City Councilor E. Denise Simmons. So all are welcome to attend. Please come out and share your thoughts with the City Councilor and your neighborhood. Okay, so one more thing. There's the Zen Education Project, teaching a people's history. That's to be hopeful in the bad times is not just foolish romantics. It is based on the fact that human history is a history not only of cruelty, but also of a compassion, sacrifice, courage, kindness. Howard Zen. That's at www.zenproject.org. That's www.zenproject.org. Visit the site for free teaching materials. So that's the Zen Education Project, www.zenproject.org. A project of rethinking schools, teaching for change. So that's teaching the people history. Zen Education Project. Okay. First thing I'd like to get back to the governor. The governor speaks at the press conference in the wake of the Ebola crisis. Okay, Massachusetts Governor Deval Patrick, he held a conference at the Logan International Airport Tuesday. That was yesterday, where he said that Boston and Massachusetts are at low risk of an Ebola outbreak, but the city will continue to take precautions. So Massachusetts Governor Deval, he said, I quote, "We're doing everything we can. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, we still remain at low risk of Ebola, but we're remaining vigilant." So he has promised you that the government has covered all bases as far as Ebola prevention in Massachusetts. Okay, Massachusetts, excuse me, the Massport shares Ebola preparedness information at the Logan Airport. State Health, Public Safety, Massport officials brief media on readiness. The Massachusetts Port Authority released preparedness information for Boston Logan International Airport and the Port of Boston relating to Ebola outbreak at a press conference today with representatives from the Massachusetts Department of Health, Boston Public Health Commission, Massachusetts State Police, and Boston EMS. Okay, Logan Airport is not one of the 5 U.S. airports designated by the Department of Homeland Security for Ebola screening. However, MASS is working with local, state, and federal officials to be prepared. That's Massport is working with the local and federal officials to be prepared. Safety and security is our top priority, as Massport said Massport CEO Thomas E. Glenn. As such, we have been coordinating with our partners at the CDC, Department of Homeland Security, Custom and Border Protection, the Mass Department of Public Health, and the Boston Public Health Commission as we continue to be vigilant regarding Ebola and other infectious disease at the Logan Airport and the Port of Boston. So you can rest assured that they're doing everything to put the Ebola virus or whatever it is, disease, illness, in check. So I don't think that you have much to worry about with all of these professional associations, entities on the job. So I advise you not to worry about it also, okay? Are Massachusetts electronic medical records good enough for Ebola, okay? Dr. Adrian Allen and Mary Messina, a registered medical assistant at North Shore Physicians Group in Danvers, use partners' current longitudinal medical records. The hospital, part of Partners Healthcare, is in the process of updating to Epic, a system administrators says is prepared to deal with infectious disease. So that's another measure of security, prevention, and protection from they're ready to have a system, in fact, to deal with all the information about Ebola in place. Okay, Medicare basic monthly premium in 2015. Okay, Medicare Part B premium that most older people pay for outpatient care will stay the same in 2015, $104,090 a month. That's $104.90 a month. The government says it is the third consecutive year that the basic monthly premium has held steady. Higher premiums paid by the upper income beneficiaries are also unchanged. These are for people with an income greater than $85,000 a year, or $170,000 for married couples. Medicare enrollment is growing as baby boomers enter retirement, but costs per beneficiary have barely risen the past 4 years. That is because spending cuts by President Obama and Congress, as well as low inflation and health care. Okay, so you're saying that the premiums are going to stay the same for 2005. That's the Medicare Part B premiums. Okay. Food stamp cuts only hit 4 states. The customer shops at supermarkets in Chicago Tuesday. Okay. Cuts to the nation's food stamp program enacted this year are only affecting 4 states, far from the sweeping overhaul that Republicans had pushed. An Associated Press review has found. As a result, it's unclear whether the law will realize the estimated $8.6 billion in savings over 10 years that the GOP had advertised. The farm bill signed by President Obama in February attempted to save money by scaling back what lawmakers call a loophole in the food stamp program that entitled low-income families to more food aid if they participate in a federal heating assistance program. States are giving some people as little as $1 a year in heating assistance so they could get more food aid. It's called Heat and Eat. Among the 60 states that allow the practice or some form of it, 12 governors have taken steps to avoid the food stamp cuts. Okay, so there's only 5 states that are being cut, and I don't think that Massachusetts is one of them. The closest state to us, I think, that's going to be cut is New Hampshire. The other states are Wisconsin, New Jersey, and Michigan. So they're going to get food stamp or stamp cuts, okay? Governor Patrick marks Hispanic Heritage Month. Governor Patrick has proclaimed that September 15th to October 15th, which is the day, as the 26th annual Hispanic Heritage Month in Massachusetts. Throughout the month, the governor, joined by leaders from the Patrick administration, will be participating in events that highlight the social and civic contributions and rich heritage of Massachusetts Hispanic community. This year's theme, Civic Reflections Promoting Diversity and Leadership, will recognize the impact of the Hispanic community leadership and services to the Commonwealth. So I congratulate the Hispanic community for this event, for this proclamation of this period of time, September 15th to October 15th, as Hispanic Heritage Month. Okay. It's a great achievement. Another great achievement. State overbilling costs taxpayers a million each year, and miscalculation affecting 2.4 million claims. For years, states have significantly overbilled the federal government for Medicaid reimbursement, costing the program hundreds of millions of extra tax dollars each year by using schemes to overstate how much they've spent to cover their programs. Beneficiaries like the state of New York, Pennsylvania, North Carolina have all managed to skirt paying their full share of Medicaid costs. Okay, now the Department of Health and Human Services Inspector General is flagging Massachusetts for similar practices. The IG found that the Bay State incorrectly calculated reimbursement rates for clients between 2008 and 2010, collecting $106 million more than it should have from the federal government. Under the law, the government reimburses states for 50% of medical payments for Medicaid beneficiaries. To that rate was temporarily increased in the wake of the financial crisis to between 58.8% and 61.6%. The new Medicaid enrollments topped 7 million. Okay, the IG found that the state improperly used this higher temporary reimbursement rate while processing at least 2.4 million claims that were made before the time period, resulting in massive overpayments. The IG said Massachusetts should refund the federal government for the $106 million, and though the state did not dispute the auditor's finding, it argued that the federal government owed $108 million additional Medicaid reimbursements for January 11th to September 2013 period, which would offset the requested refund. Okay, the issue of states overbilling the federal government for Medicaid reimbursements was first flagged by federal auditors in 2001 as frequented the IG annual list of 25 key problems that HHS needs to address in order to ring in health care spending. So if you'd like more information on this, you can check out the website. This website, that's www.theofficialtimes.com. Okay, 2014. Okay, Massachusetts overbills Fed. Okay. Okay, sworn in as commissioner, MCA D commissioner. The Charlotte Gola-Ritchie begins new chapter in public sector career. Okay, Governor DeVal Patrick swears in Charlotte Gola-Ritchie as a commissioner at the Massachusetts Commission Against Discrimination. That's the Massachusetts Commission Against Discrimination, with Ritchie as daughters Kara, Leah, and husband Winston. Okay, so they were there when the governor swore Miss Ritchie in as the new commissioner of the Massachusetts Commission Against Discrimination. Charlotte Gola-Ritchie planned to have an intimate swearing-in ceremony with just her husband, her 2 daughters, and 6 close friends. But words traveled fast on Beacon Hill, and faster still among blacks in state government, many of whom have at one time or another worked with or for Gola-Ritchie. You invited 900 showed up, quoted Governor Deval Patrick as he maneuvered Richie and her family members around the packed office to swear her in as commissioner of the Massachusetts Commission Against Discrimination. So I congratulate Ms. Richie on that achievement. Great achievement, okay? Community credentials for full service hospital. Mass Health and Human Services Secretary John Palanowitz speaks to about 60 people at the Church Street Center at MCLA Wednesday morning. That's Mass Council of Legal, I think that's Mass Council of Legal Association, okay? It's has related to law somehow there, but it was the second of two public meetings discussed a state commission report reviewing healthcare needs in the northern Berkshires. The second of two public meetings discussing the results of a healthcare need report for the northern Berkshires was held this morning in North Adams. The report follows the March closure of North Adams Regional Hospital. About 60 people were at the meeting, which followed Tuesday night's standing room only crowd of roughly 220 at the Church Center at Mass College of Liberal Arts. That's what it is, Mass College of Liberal Arts. The meeting came about a week after Stroudwater Associates released the State Commission's report aimed at assessing the region's healthcare needs and how best to meet them in the wake of closure of North Adams Regional. It recommends sustaining emergency services being provided at the site now owned by Berkshire Health System, but only offering inpatient service if it is federally designated as critical access hospital. Okay, we got a few more of these we're gonna share with you. Then we're gonna just move on to some things that's happening right here at the CCTV. As most of you know, that there's a lot of new educational courses here available, and I think that we should get into that right now, okay? Before we leave you, I'd like to remind you that there's a class coming up entitled Role Documentarians, iPhone Micro Documentary Workshop, and this class starts tomorrow. That's Thursday 16th, and it runs through the 23rd of this month, the 30th, and the 6th of next month. So there's 4 meetings, which starts tomorrow. And the class is $70 for members and $240 for the general public. And I think there's still time for you to register for this class. I don't think it's full, but you can call 617-661-6900. Okay, the Road Documentary iPhone Micro Documentary Workshop presented by the Cambridge Television Media Training Program. And you already have all the gear you need to create your own documentary in your pocket. In this hands-on workshop, you will learn the foundation of real-world storytelling, how to use your iOS device to craft an insightful film using minimal gear to gain maximum access. At the conclusion of this class, you'll have created a peer-reviewed 5-minute documentary ready for sharing online or on TV. All participants will be required to have an iOS device and allow for small, under $15 budget for film editing apps. Filmic Pros, $5. iMove, $5. Video Grade, $5. Now we also strongly suggest that you have a pair of headphones that have a built-in mic. All iPhone comes packed with a pair, or you can purchase a $12 pair by Skull Candy at Targets, okay? So instructors Jonathan Barbato. So once again, this class starts the 16th. It runs on the 23rd, the 30th, and 6th of November. So you can call. I think there's still time to register for the class. It's 617-661-6900, okay? And there's an Instagram, Street Photography in the Digital Age. That's coming up October 20th to 27th, November 3rd, 6 to 9 p.m., offered in support of the Geotagging Cambridge Street Photography in the Digital Age exhibition. This course will provide an introduction to the image-making possibility of Instagram. We will trace the history of street photography while exploring Instagram as a 21st century iteration of this visual tradition. We will also explore opportunities it holds for document connections and impression, optional weekend photography. So, okay, there's many more classes offered, but I want to make a suggestion. If you're really interested in these classes, you can stop by 438 Massachusetts, that's Avenue, that's CCTV, and pick up Open Studio, that's CCTV's newsletter. And all the information that you need about classes, etc., will be in this document. It's absolutely free, so you can come on in the door, 438 Massachusetts and Avenue, and pick up CCTV's newsletter. Okay, another thing, I'd like to encourage you to support Spur Change vendors. They're out there now, and the winter months are coming, and the more support that you give them, the better that they will be able to adjust to the upcoming cold months. That Spur Change news, they're right out there, so I think the new edition comes out tomorrow or the day after. Okay, Hassan Rashid, you know it's always excellent being here with you, and we try to do our best. So I always leave you with this, that you should keep your nose clean, play it straight to be successful, and don't forget to assist someone in need of your help. That is the goodness of public spirit, your contribution to public good, okay, to help somebody in need of your assistance. So I leave you with the greetings of peace.
Governor Patrick says his administration is prepared in the